Your job is to move on. Let her go. I understand it's hard to let go, but you must let this woman go and stop beating yourself up. This is your time to be free. So don't blame yourself on a situation you can't control. Alright, gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and talk about 5 ways to cope from being cheated on. Now, before I get to my point, gentlemen, I understand the pain that you're going through. I understand that you feel betrayed. I understand that you have a lot of regrets. You're angry at yourself. It's hard to even look at yourself. You feel disgusted. You feel like you're unworthy. But let me tell you, gentlemen, you are worth more than anything. You are the prize, gentlemen. Don't be so discouraged. Don't beat yourself up. And that's what's going to get to my next point. Number 1 way to cope from being cheated on: stop blaming yourself for something you had no control of. Gentlemen, moving forward, you must focus on what you can control. You can't stop her from cheating on you. You can't stop her from doing what she wants to do. All you can do is be the best version of yourself. Don't even focus on going back and trying to find her. Don't even try to ask her what happened. Because, gentlemen, if a woman cheats, gentlemen, just know you lost her emotionally. It's a wrap. You lost her emotionally. So, again, when we cheat, not saying cheating is acceptable, it's not an acceptable behavior. However, when we cheat, it's more out of a thrill. When they cheat, it's off emotion. It's calculated. She developed some connection and feelings for this particular dude. And you cannot do anything to try to fight her, gentlemen. Leave her alone. Let her figure out what the dating market is like. Let her figure that shit out. You must drop it like there's no tomorrow. Drop it like it's hot. Because let me tell you, the moment you go back to her after she cheated on you, gentlemen, you lost absolute respect for yourself. Because you know how women are. And when they cheat from emotion. And well, a lot of times they will try to find a way and not hold themselves accountable and try to find a way to make themselves look right. Talk about, oh, I just wasn't feeling it anymore. You just didn't give me enough love. They come up with all these different excuses. So, gentlemen, you must never blame yourself. It has nothing to do with you. This has everything to do with her. Your job is to move on. Let her go. I understand it's hard to let go, but you must let this woman go and stop beating yourself up. This is your time to be free. So don't blame yourself on a situation you can't control. That's what happens to a lot of dudes. They're so tied into what they can't control, then they start to beat themselves up. So, gentlemen, do not blame yourself. Keep it pushing, and I promise you, you're gonna get through it. I'm telling you, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna get over this shit. Trust me. Number 2, gentlemen, another way to cope from being cheated on is you must accept that things are gonna be pretty tough for the next couple months. It's gonna be hard because all you're gonna think about is y'all memory. Y'all gonna think about the good times. You're gonna think about when times were really good. You're gonna think about, man, I remember the first text message she sent me. I remember that first moment that she laid eyes on me. I remember the first time we kissed. I remember the first time we got it in. You're gonna think about all those different memories of the first time, everything. And it's okay, we all go through it. That's part of healing. With healing comes time. You just gotta be patient. It's gonna suck for a while, but it will be better. You're gonna be a much stronger man after your situation. I get a plethora amount of guys that call me and tell me that they've been cheated on. They feel betrayed. Some dudes wanna hurt themselves. Some dudes get extremely hurt and turn cold. There's no need for all that, gentlemen. Just because this particular woman did it doesn't mean that another woman is gonna do it. Now, I'm not saying that women are angels and all that, no. But You must learn from this particular experience. Reflect on some of the things that you could do better at. Not blame yourself, but reflect on ways you can improve within yourself. But for the next couple months, gentlemen, things are gonna suck. Memories after memories, songs. Family members are gonna ask about her. It's gonna suck. But best believe, gentlemen, you're gonna get through it. Oh yes, gentlemen, you're gonna get through it. I went through my situation. There are people that kept asking about this woman. They're like, yo, what happened to so-and-so? You know, I have to play it off like, oh, you know, she's doing her thing. Oh, she's doing her thing. But gentlemen, let me tell you something. It is all good. You will get better with time. I know the message sucks right now. I know you don't want to hear this, but before it gets better, it gets pretty worse. It gets bad. But I promise you the end result is amazing. You'll look back at these times and think, man, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna forgive yourself. You're gonna forgive this particular individual, but you'll never forget what this individual did to you. So gentlemen, just know you have to accept the reality that she cheated and you gotta kick her to the curb, meaning cut her off. Don't go back to this woman. Cut her off and accept reality. Number 3, my favorite one, focus on leveling up. Gentlemen, you must focus on being the best version of yourself from a financial standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, from a mental standpoint, from a physical standpoint. You gotta improve yourself in all 4 of these categories. Because the moment, gentlemen, that you improve yourself in all 4 of those categories, I'm talking about to the best of your ability, you're gonna be an unstoppable man. She will come back. Now, the goal of this video is not for her to come back, but just understanding psychology, how women operate, they always find a way back to their ex. But gentlemen, you really want to take her back after she cheated on you, after she disrespected you, gentlemen, you're going to take her back. You must have lost your mind. Because remember, when they cheat, it's emotional. They built a connection with that dude. So you taking her back, she has no respect for you. And most importantly, you have no respect for yourself. You're supposed to be in the gym, pumping. You're supposed to be on your purpose, working. You're supposed to be in the Bible. You're supposed to be meditating. You're supposed to be doing something to improve your spirituality, to improve your spiritual life. You must go see therapy to get your mental health right. You must be around a great group of people in order to improve from a mental standpoint. You must start reading more books. Develop new hobbies. Because let me tell you something, gentlemen. All of those, and you go full attack with it, you're going to get through this breakup faster. You're going to get over it much faster when you're focused on your craft. I promise you. That feeling of betrayal is the absolute worst. And I understand that pain. I think every guy does. Being cheated on is one of the worst things that could ever happen in any relationship. So just understand, gentlemen, you're going to get through it. Liz, you have to find ways to be the best version of yourself, and you must level up in all aspects of life. Gentlemen, one thing I did after my situation was I focused on my finances, number 1. I focused on my fitness. I gained 20 pounds of muscle. I started focusing on my mental health. I started focusing on just improving myself from within at all levels. And I just learned that I became a cold motherfucker in that gym, boy. I became a cold motherfucker in my purpose. I'm talking about I was driven. Because I'll never forget how I felt in that moment when I was betrayed. Never forget that. Now, should you be bitter? No, that's not how you go about it. Being bitter is not going to help. Being angry and hating women is not going to help. Bashing women is not going to help. But you being the best version of yourself and you attracting a quality woman and finding somebody who's cooperative with you, finding somebody who's not going to disrespect you in any way or any fashion. So gentlemen, don't be bitter. Focus on leveling up, and I promise you, you're going to be a superior man. Number 4, surround yourself with the right group of people. Gentlemen, one of the best parts about breakups and being cheated on is having a strong community. You know, talking to somebody, you know, having a mentor, talking to your good friend, talking to family members. You know, talk to somebody that you trust, somebody that you know that wouldn't use what happened to you against you or stop putting the blame on you. Sometimes, man, letting out that emotion amongst your homeboys helps a whole lot. Getting everything off your chest helps a whole lot. Because you never know if they've been through the same thing. You never know if your family member been through the same thing. And I'm telling you, gentlemen, focus on being around the right people. Don't be around toxic people after something traumatic happened to you. And just to let you know, her cheating on you is probably the greatest thing that's ever happened to you. Because let me tell you, it's gonna make you so much stronger. Most dudes who come from being cheated on, they become monsters. They on their purpose. They have a drive. They understand what they want. There's this fire, that's fuel on fire that's from within. That feeling of being betrayed, gentlemen. I know. And I know you know too. And talking to some of my dudes and, you know, my mom and my family and venting about some of the things I was experiencing, the emotion helps a whole lot. Because a lot of times when you get things off your chest, it's good for your spiritual health. So what I want to tell you, brothers, man, put yourself around the right people. Talk it out. Don't hold it in. Because when you hold it in, it's going to make things worse. Talk about it with your homies. Especially the homie that you trust. Because we all have that one friend that we know we can talk to about just anything. And that helps a whole lot. So gentlemen, don't go through this alone. Don't let all that built up anger get to you and it becomes something unhealthy and you end up harming yourself and you start to do things that you might regret. And definitely don't put your hands on her. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. The last thing you want to do is deal with the law. I promise you, you don't want to deal with it. So gentlemen, put yourself around the right people. And that's another way to cope from being cheated. 5, you need to take a social media break. You need to find a way to get away from social media and just really reflect on you. What ways could you get better? What ways could you be the best version of yourself? Also, in the midst of cutting social media, seek therapy. Talk to a therapist. Talk to somebody that has an unbiased opinion on something. Talk to somebody that'll help cultivate and help you with your cognitive skills. That's one thing that therapy helped me with is self-awareness and my cognitive skills. And when I went through therapy, gentlemen, it helped me so much. That's how I'm able to do this content, help you all. So you guys don't make some of the same mistakes I made when I was going through my rough patch with a woman. Talking to a stranger, this particular person not knowing who you are from a lick of paint. They're just going based off the things you tell them and they just give you quality advice. And I'm not saying be open with the therapist from the get-go, but it takes time. And they're gonna start ripping and breaking you down. They're gonna break you down but lift you right back up. And that's the power of therapy. It's funny when people hear that word therapy, they're like, oh my gosh, you're retarded. Something wrong with you. Oh. You tripping, you depressed, you gonna kick. No. Gentlemen, that made me 10 times more stronger than ever before. Talking to somebody with an unbiased opinion. And we used to do weekly, every Wednesday we'll meet up. And we'll talk. And he'll help me. And then as I was going through therapy, gentlemen, there was certain cognitive, there was a default mechanism that I had that I didn't realize until he brought it up. And I look back at some of my old messages and how it was in the past. And I was like, oh my gosh, he really peeped that. That's when I knew I was leveling up. That's when I knew that my self-awareness was growing. I'll never forget the times and nights where I was screaming like, oh, I can't stand myself. I'm not happy with myself. But going through those sessions helped. It helped my self-esteem. It helped me grow. It helped me get better and stronger. And that's what I want from y'all. I want y'all to be superior. I want y'all to be superior. But you gotta put in the work. You can't give up on yourself. You can't do anything that you want that you will regret. Don't even think about harming yourself, man. We need you out here. You're worthy, my brother. You're a king. Focus on leveling up. Gentlemen, in my description box, I do consultations. Book a session with me. Shoot me an email. If you need somebody to talk to, shoot me an email. I'm willing to do it. But gentlemen, I just talked about 5 ways to cope from being cheated on. Now gentlemen, before I end this video, I want to tell y'all this. It's not your fault. It's okay if you feel like shit. But just know, you're gonna be a monster as time goes on. You're gonna be on your purpose a lot more. You're gonna be so much more focused. You're gonna be a much stronger man. But you must follow those 5 ways to cope. Now, I'm telling you this because it worked with me and it worked with multiple people. But just use it. Just try it. Just try these steps. And I promise you, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna get through it, my brother. Gentlemen, if you find any value in this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. And check out my weekly Patreon for more exclusive content.